You walk past it every single day. You've touched it 100 times. You've never once thought it could hurt your cat. But it can. And the worst part, your cat can't tell you. They can't warn you. They just suffer quietly until something goes terribly wrong. Most cat owners think they've cat-proofed their homes. They hide the obvious stuff, the cleaning chemicals, the poisonous plants, the open windows. But what about the dangers you don't see coming? The ones hiding in plain sight, disguised as normal household items you'd never suspect. These aren't rare exotic threats. These are things sitting in your living room right now. And some of what you're about to hear might actually scare you because you've probably been living with these risks for years without knowing it. Let's start with the one that's probably within arm's reach of you right now. 1. Electrical cords and charging cables. You see a phone charger. Your cat sees a toy. And that innocent-looking cable could become a death trap in seconds. Cats, especially young ones, love to chew. It's instinct. It's exploration. And when they sink their teeth into a live electrical cord, the results can be catastrophic. We're talking burns to the mouth and tongue, cardiac arrest, pulmonary edema, even death. A study from the ASPCA Animal Poison Control Center found that electrical cord injuries in cats often go unnoticed until severe symptoms appear because the damage happens internally. Your cat might bite a cord, get shocked, and walk away. You never see it happen. But hours later, fluid starts building in their lungs. Their gums turn pale. They struggle to breathe. And by the time you realize something is wrong, you're racing to an emergency vet wondering what happened. The fix is simple, but most people skip it. Unplug what you're not using. Run cords through protective covers. Use bitter spray designed for pets on anything they can reach. And if you ever catch your cat chewing on a cord, don't just pull it away and forget about it. Watch them closely for the next 24 hours, because the danger doesn't end when the chewing stops. 2. Household plants you think are safe. You bought a beautiful bouquet. You placed it on the kitchen counter. You had no idea you just brought poison into your home. Lilies, tulips, azaleas, sago palms, even something as common as aloe vera can be toxic to cats. And we're not talking about mild stomach upset. We're talking about kidney failure, seizures, and death. Here's what makes this so dangerous. A cat doesn't need to eat the whole plant. Sometimes just chewing on a single leaf or drinking water from the vase is enough. Lilies are especially brutal. Even a tiny amount of pollen can cause acute kidney failure in cats. They might groom it off their fur, and within hours, they're vomiting, lethargic, and shutting down. A report from the Pet Poison Helpline showed that plant toxicity is one of the top 5 reasons cats end up in emergency care, and most owners had no idea the plant was dangerous. They just thought it looked nice. So before you bring any plant into your home, look it up. Check the ASPCA toxic plant list. And if you already have plants, move them to rooms your cat can't access or get rid of them entirely, because no decoration is worth your cat's life. 3. Open washing machines and dryers. This one sounds absurd until it happens to you. And when it does, it's one of the most traumatic things a cat owner can experience. Cats love small, warm, enclosed spaces. To them, an open dryer is a perfect hiding spot, so they jump in, they curl up, they fall asleep. And you never check before you close the door and hit start. What happens next is exactly as horrific as you're imagining. Every year, cats die in dryers. They overheat. They suffocate. They get tumbled to death. And it happens fast. By the time you hear something wrong, it's often too late. The same goes for washing machines. A cat hops in while you're grabbing the detergent. You toss in the clothes. You don't notice the extra weight. You start the cycle. This isn't a rare freak accident. It happens more often than people talk about because the guilt and grief are unbearable. So here's the rule that could save your cat's life. Always check. Every single time. Before you close the door, look inside. Run your hand through the laundry. Make it a habit you never break. And if you have curious cats, keep the doors closed when the machines aren't in use. 1 second of checking could mean the difference between a normal day and a nightmare you'll never forget. 4. Open windows without screens. You think your cat knows not to jump. You think they understand the danger. They don't. Cats have something called high-rise syndrome. They see a bird. They see a leaf blowing in the wind. Their prey drive kicks in and they leap without thinking. And it doesn't matter if you're on the 2nd floor or the 20th. Falls kill cats. Even if they survive, they're looking at broken bones, internal bleeding, shattered jaws, ruptured organs. The idea that cats always land on their feet is a myth that costs lives. A study from the Journal of the American Veterinary Medical Association found that cats falling from higher floors actually have a better survival rate than those falling from mid-level heights because they have more time to orient themselves. But survival doesn't mean unharmed. It means alive, barely, and facing weeks of painful recovery. The solution is non-negotiable. If you open a window, it must have a secure screen. Not a flimsy one, not one with a tear. A proper, locked, sturdy screen that can handle your cat's full weight. And never assume your cat won't jump just because they haven't before. Instinct doesn't ask permission. 5 toxic human foods left within reach. You finish a snack. You leave the wrapper on the counter. You don't think twice, but your cat does. Chocolate, grapes, onions, garlic, xylitol. These aren't just bad for cats. They're poisonous, and they're in your home right now.